to all the schools first, all the high schools, since my kids were getting ready to start high school, and it really kind of came down to two schools that I liked in the area, which were Spruce Creek and DeLand. The Spruce Creek had its strengths with the large IB program and all that large number of top-end kids. The DeLand had the advantages of the small town atmosphere with a good high school also. In the end, I liked that small town atmosphere of DeLand, so I chose DeLand, and it had the academies and the other amenities of a good-sized high school. Access to very good teachers, which is one of the things that you want for your kids. Well, DeLand's a small town, and it has a beautiful small town flavor. It's a small town very close to a large town, which is a big advantage. If you like a small town atmosphere, where I was living before was Oviedo, which was a small town very close to a large town. So all of the benefits you get from being either close to Daytona or close to Orlando, you get. It's only had half an hour away straight down I-4. But it's a small town. You see your kid's high school teacher in the grocery store, and you chat about what your kid's doing in school. You meet the band directors, you know the parents of the other kids. All those things you get from being in a small town. So those are the things I really liked. The Career Academy is one of the greatest things. I tell you, it's not so much even the education you get from the Career Academy, which does give you access to some parts of the education that other kids don't have. The kids go through the academies as a cohort group, not a student going from Class A to Class B to Class C with 20 to 30 different students in each individual class with no connections. They go through it together, and positive peer pressure is what you get when you have something like that with a small group of students. They push each other through the things that are tough for the kids to get through, and that's been the biggest advantage I've seen. I love it. I really do like DeLand. If you want a small town atmosphere, and it's a very business friendly town, which is one of the nice things about it. There's some pretty good sized manufacturing places that are there, and it has a small airport. Because it is a small town, though, that gives it its great small town family atmosphere. It's got all the little family restaurants. It's got a really nice artsy crafty downtown area that's pretty nice. It's got a small liberal arts university that's right there, Stetson. So you get a lot of the things that you wouldn't normally find even in small towns. It's not necessarily this way out rural place with, it's definitely not hillbilly, but it's got some beautiful land too. It's some of the prettiest land in Florida.